Several factors make the dark web regarded as dark. It's dark because it's largely obscured from public view. It consists of encrypted networks that are only accessible through specialized browsers like Tor. Users can maintain a degree of anonymity with this encryption that largely conceals their identities completely in the dark. Additionally, it contains dark material. Although the dark web has helpful and safe websites, it's best known as a black market, a marketplace for illegal goods, and a haven for other heinous crimes. In this episode of today's show, I'm going to present to you 5 bizarre stories from this area of the internet. The most bizarre dark web stories by Horrorvault.
Total anonymity.
Heroin and cocaine, and all of it was taking place on the darknet. Pedophiles have found a hidden corner of cyberspace, the so-called darknet.
Red rooms. The most widely believed myth regarding the dark web is the existence of red rooms. A red room, according to author Eileen Ormsby, is a website that provides pay-per-view content of someone being tortured or killed while being broadcasted live. Red rooms also allow for interaction. The ability to type torture orders in a chat box is available to paying viewers. Red rooms are typically dismissed as a myth. There is not much proof of their existence other than people posting about them on Reddit, 4chan, and in the hidden world, according to a Washington Post article, because there is not much concrete evidence that they exist. The article also highlights the fact that red rooms and similar operations have never been uncovered by the FBI's escalating number of dark web raids. What also makes people doubt the existence of red rooms are the fake ones that have popped up over the years, such as ones that created a stir amongst 4chan and Reddit users in 2015. The owner of the website jokingly stated in a Motherboard article that there would be bacon, but it was discovered that the live torture consisted only of footage of a man being forced to consume bacon. The human experiments. A strange website on the dark web, which resembles an urban legend, is called the Human Experiments. The website outlines the terrifying details of what these experiments entail. Unregistered citizens who are homeless are frequently used as test subjects. To one of 4 warehouses where medical professionals perform gruesome and unethical procedures. Experiments like sterilization, vivisection, and drug testing. Even newborn and infants' tolerance to pressure, heat, and X-rays can be tested. The website goes into graphic detail about what happens to the test subjects after they pass away from the experiments. The subjects typically do not live very long. Dissected corpses are dumped in dumpsters and meat markets after being dissected. Their remains will not be discovered. The Thought Catalog issues a warning that the validity of the human experiments may never be established, might just be a simply well-planned hoax.
This individual is one of the most sick, disgusting, and demeaning.
Brevard Sheriff Wayne Ivey called it one of the most unsettling cases he has ever seen. One, he says, involves a man who wanted to commit murder.
An inability to control any urges, and his urges were horrific, his urges were disgusting.
Cannibal victim ad. In 2018, a Texas man named Alexander, age 21, embarked on a terrifying mission on the dark web. He intended to locate a young girl whom he could SA, kill, and consume. He is said to have written a dark web post for anyone who was willing, according to a Daily Mail article, to allow him to devour a young girl and have intercourse with the corpse afterward. But rather than finding a victim, he attracted the attention of a covert agent. The agent pretended to be a parent and offered the agent his daughter as a sacrifice. Through email, Barter and the agent scheduled their meeting. By obtaining the subscriber's testimony, law enforcement was able to link the dark web posting to Barter, information and IP logs, enabling them to make the arrest of the subject the following day. Outside his residence, a knife and a plastic bag were discovered with him. Several felonies, including criminal solicitation, were brought against Barter, who was placed in custody. Attempted homicide with the intent to kill, attempted SA, and attempted homicide of a child.
It was first-degree murder.
Steven and Amy Allwine were such a religiously devout couple, they even made videos of platonic dance moves.
It took investigators several months to find evidence linking Steven Allwine to Amy Allwine's death.
To the outside world, Steven and Amy Allwine were the very picture of marital bliss. Married 20 years with an adopted son.
Hitman employed by churchmen via dark web. Steven was a 44-year-old Minnesotan. Steven desired the demise of his wife Amy, whom he wanted killed. He made an attempt to hire Besomofia to kill her in February 2016 by selecting the dark web. Fox claims that the FBI eventually notified Steven and Amy Allwine that Besomofia, a fake murder for hire operation operating on the so-called darknet, had been shut down. In addition, they discovered that a person going by the name Dog Day God had sent 12,000 worth of anonymous Bitcoin in an effort to hire a hitman to kill Amy, though some sources claim it was only 6,000. Steven remained persistent despite this setback. He devised a new strategy to murder her. He would carry it out on his own this time. He obtained a permit for a 9mm Springfield XDS handgun in August 2016, according to a Washington Post article. Due to the suggestion from the local law enforcement that they get more security, this did not cause suspicion. That weapon was discovered close to Amy's body on November 13, 2016. She passed away in her bedroom from a single gunshot wound to the head, and at first it appeared that she had committed suicide. However, a growing body of proof suggested that Steven was responsible for her homicide. The Washington Post reported that there was tangible proof. For instance, while Steven's right hand had gunshot residue, Amy's hands had neither gunpowder nor blood on them. The discovery of a significant amount of scopolamine, an anti-nausea medication that can render a user unconscious at high doses, was another significant finding from Amy's autopsy. The drug was not prescribed to her. Additionally, digital proof emerged connecting Steven to the murder of his wife. A 34-digit Bitcoin address was reportedly found on Steven's computer. Computer forensic Mark Landerman discovered that it matched the address that FBI agents had used to shut down Besomofia, and it appears that Steven was foolish enough to buy scopolamine using the same alias that he had previously used to hire a hitman to kill his wife. Username Dog Day God was also caught by a detective trying to purchase scopolamine from the dark web on a store called the Dream Market. Steven Allwine was found guilty of killing his wife in February 2018 and given a life sentence in prison without the chance of parole. Even more bizarre than the actual killing were some of the events that led Steven to kill his wife. At the Cottage Grove, Minnesota, United Church of God, Steven served as an elder. Its church's responsibilities included serving as a marriage counselor to struggling couples. Through his marriage counseling sessions, he became aware of the infamous adultery website Ashley Madison, and ironically started using the service himself. He allegedly had affairs with at least 2 women he met on the website, according to the Washington Post. He wanted to divorce his wife, but he held a prominent position in a traditional church that frowned upon divorce. Amy's murder appeared to be the most practical solution to his issue in his deranged mind. Sad Satan. A video game called Sad Satan is said to have been found in 2015 on the dark web. According to the 13th Floor, a horror news website, it is a strange, semi-abstract horror game with secure ghost children in black and white, and music by notorious serial killers like John Wayne Gacy and Charles Manson playing in the background. Additionally, it contains disturbing images like Nazi and satanic imagery, as well as creepy music and speech in reverse. Strangely enough, the game seems to have a message about child abuse. The ones who mistreated a player in Sad Satan were the kids. TV troops claim that in some games, they eventually track him down and cause the player harm, which results in the player's death. Sad Satan may appear to be a pointless, poorly made walkthrough game, but it's anything but harmless. The video game was highlighted on the OHC YouTube channel. According to OHC's owner, who spoke to the gaming website Kotaku, the game was downloaded from an Onion site at the advice of a subscriber. However, OHC's owner eventually had to delete the game because it came with a file that freaked him out. The owner of OHC eventually acknowledged, according to TV Troops, that he posted the incorrect link to the game on his channel after learning the game contained unlawful images of actual snuff and minors that he did not want to spread online. The game has been released in numerous iterations over the years. There are some pure clones, but not all of them. In addition to having graphic and horrifying content, some versions of the game, according to TV Troops, are downright dangerous to play because they wreck your computer. Numerous theories have been put forth regarding the game's motivation. Some people, according to the 13th Floor, think it is a police sting or a recruiting tool for cults. One news source suggests that the game might have been served as the launchpad for an alternate reality game, or as a component of a creative project or viral marketing strategy. Another hypothesis is that the game was a part of a publicity stunt, according to TV Troops, to make OHC's YouTube channel more widely known. Whether or not this theory is true may never be known. The owner of OHC, as well as the first iteration of the game, have vanished, though the game has continued to be in the public eye. And that will wrap up this video of today's episode of the Horror Vault. If you found this dark web topic interesting, please let me know in the comments. I know this video is a tad bit late. I try to post once a week, but it's been busy. I've been busy with work. I have an actual job and stuff, so it can be kind of tricky to get videos out consistently sometimes. But nonetheless, thank you for watching this episode of Horror Vault.